Ancient Egypt has always captured our imagination with its golden treasures and monumental architecture. Its civilization flourished for thousands of years along the Nile, leaving a legacy that still fascinates us today. We marvel at the pyramids, hieroglyphs, and stories of powerful rulers, but much of what we know is clouded by myth. This video aims to reveal the real story behind the legends. Ancient Egypt wasn't just about pharaohs and gods, it was also about the everyday people who built this remarkable society. Archaeologists have uncovered details of their daily lives through tools, homes, and writings. This evidence lets us see Egyptians as real people, not just characters from movies or myths. Popular culture often distorts the truth, focusing on curses and hidden tombs. The reality is far more complex and fascinating. By looking at the facts, we can appreciate Egyptian ingenuity, artistry, and deep spiritual beliefs. We'll explore how their society was structured and what daily life was really like. We'll uncover the true purpose behind their monumental buildings. We'll also debunk some of the most persistent myths about ancient Egypt. Finally, we'll consider what lessons this civilization offers us today. Join us as we journey into the real world of ancient Egypt. Let's separate fact from fiction and discover what made this civilization truly extraordinary. Ancient Egyptian society was structured like a pyramid, with each level playing a vital role in the functioning of the civilization. At the very top stood the pharaoh, considered both a king and a living god, whose word was law and whose presence unified the nation. Nobles, priests, and high officials formed the upper class, helping to govern, oversee religious rituals, and manage the wealth of the land. Scribes, highly respected for their literacy, managed records and administration, while soldiers protected the land and maintained order. Skilled artisans and merchants drove the economy, producing goods for both local use and trade with neighboring regions. Most Egyptians were farmers, cultivating the fertile banks of the Nile and ensuring the nation's survival through their hard work and dedication. The Nile's annual flood brought rich silt, making agriculture possible and transforming the desert into a green, productive landscape. Farmers grew wheat, barley, vegetables, and flax, using simple yet effective tools and following the rhythm of the seasons, which dictated planting and harvest times. Craftsmen produced pottery, textiles, and jewelry, supporting both local needs and trade, and their skills were passed down through generations. Family life was central. Homes were built from mud brick, designed for the climate, and often housed extended families under one roof, fostering close bonds. Women had notable rights, including property ownership and business management, and could participate in religious and social life. Children played with toys made from clay and wood, and families enjoyed music, dancing, and board games like Senet, which brought people together. Bread and beer, made from wheat and barley, were dietary staples for all, consumed daily by both rich and poor. The diet also included fish, poultry, fruits, and vegetables. Meat was a luxury for most, reserved for special occasions or the wealthy. Egyptians were skilled at preserving food, using drying, salting, and storage jars to ensure sustenance year-round, even during lean times. Daily life was shaped by the land, the river, and the seasons, with each day bringing its own tasks and rituals. Community and tradition were at the heart of Egyptian society, celebrated through festivals, gatherings, and shared customs. Their routines reveal a people deeply connected to their environment, adapting to its challenges and blessings. The structure of their society allowed for stability and innovation, enabling great achievements in architecture, art, and science. Through their daily rhythms, Egyptians built a civilization that endured for millennia, leaving a legacy that still fascinates the world. Their way of life still resonates with us today, reminding us of the enduring power of community, tradition, and connection to the land. The pyramids are Egypt's most iconic symbols, instantly recognizable across the globe and shrouded in centuries of fascination and myth. But despite their grandeur, they weren't palaces or places of daily life. They were monumental tombs built to honor and protect the pharaohs in death. Egyptians believed the pharaoh became a god after death, and the pyramid complex, with its temples and causeways, ensured his safe passage to the afterlife, surrounded by offerings and rituals. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Khufu, was a marvel of its age, standing as the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 4 millennia, a feat unmatched until the modern era. Building these monuments required vast organization, skilled labor, and precise engineering, with thousands of workers coordinating to move and place massive stone blocks. Contrary to popular belief, the pyramids were not built by slaves, but by teams of paid workers, skilled craftsmen, laborers, and artisans who took pride in their work. Archaeological evidence shows these workers lived in organized villages, received food, shelter, and even medical care, forming a community dedicated to the pharaoh's eternal legacy. Their skill and dedication are evident in the enduring monuments, which have survived thousands of years of wind, sand, and time. Temples, on the other hand, served as homes for the gods and were the beating heart of religious and economic life in ancient Egypt. Only priests and the pharaoh entered the sacred inner sanctuaries, while ordinary people gathered in the outer courts during grand festivals and public ceremonies. Temples like Karnak and Luxor were expanded over centuries, adorned with intricate carvings, towering statues, and vibrant colors that have faded with time. Architects used massive columns, monumental pylons, and vast halls to create awe-inspiring spaces that reflected the power of the gods and the pharaoh. Walls were covered with hieroglyphs and reliefs, telling stories of gods, pharaohs, and the rituals that sustained the universe. These inscriptions provide invaluable insights into Egyptian beliefs, daily life, and the events that shaped their civilization. Temples were not just places of worship. They symbolized the pharaoh's power, his role as intermediary with the gods, and his responsibility to uphold cosmic order. They played a crucial role in maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic order that kept the world balanced and harmonious. The construction of pyramids and temples showcased Egypt's extraordinary organizational skills, artistic achievements, and technological innovation. These structures remain as enduring testaments to their builders' vision, ingenuity, and relentless pursuit of perfection. The real story of these monuments is one of human ingenuity, collaboration, and determination, not mystery or magic as often portrayed. By understanding their true purpose and the people who built them, we gain a deeper appreciation for the achievements of ancient Egypt. Their legacy continues to inspire awe and wonder around the world, reminding us of the heights humanity can reach. Ancient Egyptians worshipped a vast array of gods, each with unique roles and responsibilities. Their pantheon was rich and complex, reflecting the diversity of the natural world and the mysteries of existence. Ra, Osiris, Isis, and Horus were among the most important, shaping beliefs about nature, kingship, and the afterlife. Each deity had their own stories, symbols, and temples, and their influence touched every aspect of Egyptian life. Temples honored these deities, and priests performed daily rituals to maintain divine favor. Offerings of food, incense, and music were made to please the gods and ensure the continued balance of the universe. Festivals brought communities together, with processions allowing ordinary people to connect with their gods. These celebrations were filled with music, dance, and feasting, reinforcing social bonds and spiritual unity. Religion reinforced the pharaoh's role as the link between gods and people. The pharaoh was seen as a living god, responsible for upholding Ma'at, order and justice in the land. Egyptians believed death was a transition, not an end. The soul embarked on a perilous journey, facing trials and tests before reaching its final destination. Mummification preserved the body for the afterlife, involving careful removal of organs and wrapping in linen. This process was guided by sacred texts and rituals, ensuring the deceased would be recognized in the next world. The heart was weighed against the feather of Ma'at. Only the worthy entered the field of reeds, a paradise. This judgment was overseen by Osiris, the god of the dead, and a host of divine beings. Funerary texts like the Book of the Dead offered guidance for the journey beyond. These spells and prayers were meant to protect the soul and help it overcome obstacles in the afterlife. Tombs were filled with goods for the afterlife: food, clothing, tools, and even games. These items were believed to provide comfort and sustenance for eternity, ensuring the deceased would want for nothing. These preparations reflected a deep reverence for life and hope for eternity. Every offering was a gesture of love and respect, meant to honor both the dead and the gods. The afterlife was seen as a perfected version of earthly existence, a place of abundance, peace, and joy where families could be reunited. Egyptians sought to ensure comfort and happiness for their loved ones in the next world, believing that family ties endured beyond death. Their beliefs shaped art, architecture, and daily practices. Every temple, tomb, and artifact was infused with spiritual meaning and purpose. The rituals and myths reveal a society striving for balance and harmony, both in this life and the next. The journey to the afterlife was central to Egyptian identity, shaping how they lived, loved, and remembered their ancestors. Their spiritual legacy endures in the monuments and texts they left behind, inspiring awe and curiosity to this day. Understanding their beliefs helps us see the humanity behind the ancient myths, connecting us across thousands of years. The Egyptians' quest for immortality continues to captivate us, reminding us of our own hopes for meaning and remembrance. Their vision of life and death remains one of history's most enduring stories, echoing through the ages as a testament to the power of faith and imagination. Many myths cloud our understanding of ancient Egypt. The idea that aliens built the pyramids ignores the Egyptians' engineering genius. Archaeological evidence, tools, ramps, and workers' settlements shows these were human achievements. The myth of deadly pharaohs' curses was fueled by sensational media, not fact. Inscriptions warning against tomb robbers were symbolic, and most deaths had natural causes. The belief that slaves built the pyramids is also inaccurate. Skilled Egyptian laborers, not slaves, constructed these monuments, living in organized communities and receiving care. Another myth is that Cleopatra was just a seductress. In reality, she was a shrewd, multilingual ruler who managed Egypt's economy, military, and diplomacy. Cleopatra's alliances with Roman leaders were strategic, aimed at preserving Egypt's independence. Her intelligence and leadership are often overshadowed by her romantic image. These myths distract from the real achievements of ancient Egyptians. By separating fact from fiction, we can better appreciate their true legacy. The real story is far more impressive than the legends. Ancient Egypt's achievements continue to inspire and inform us. Their engineering and architecture, pyramids, temples, and more showcase extraordinary planning and skill. Egyptians developed practical mathematics and geometry for building and surveying. Their writing system, hieroglyphs, recorded history, religion, and daily life. The invention of papyrus revolutionized record-keeping and communication. Scribes preserved knowledge that still teaches us today. In medicine, Egyptians practiced surgery, set bones, and understood hygiene, blending observation with tradition. Their medical texts laid groundwork for future advances. The concept of ma'at, order, truth, and balance, underpinned their society. For 3,000 years, Egypt maintained cultural continuity and stability. Their shared vision enabled remarkable creativity and resilience. Studying ancient Egypt reveals the power of unity and innovation. Their legacy is a testament to human potential. The lessons of ancient Egypt remind us that great civilizations are built on vision, organization, and a sense of purpose. Their story endures, inspiring us to reach for greatness in our own time.